The Carolina Panthers walked into minicamp not like a team in the midst of a rebuild, but one on the brink of resurgence. After a dismal season that had most critics writing them off, what's unfolding in Charlotte feels more like a transformation than a transition. This isn't just about a few tweaks or new faces. This is a cultural shift led by head coach Dave Canales. From the first whistle, Canales made it clear the days of passive development are over. What happened in minicamp wasn't business as usual. It was intense, deliberate, and fiercely competitive. While most teams glide through off-season practices, Carolina turned theirs into a battleground. Canales extended the sessions, increased the tempo, and raised the stakes. His message to the team? You already had your vacation. It wasn't a pep talk. It was a declaration. The Panthers aren't just preparing, they're demanding accountability. For a team that has long suffered from inconsistency and underachievement, this newfound urgency might be exactly what they've needed. And it's not just the newcomers who feel it. Even veterans are sensing a change. The atmosphere is different. It's sharper, more focused. Something is clearly being rebuilt here. But it's not just the playbook. It's the identity of the franchise. At the heart of this overhaul is a reimagined offense, a unit that's been a weakness for far too long. But now the shift is starting from the inside out. The offensive line, once a constant liability, is turning into a potential strength. The media hasn't paid it much attention, but perhaps that's why it could catch the league off guard. The transformation didn't come easy. Injuries had ravaged this group last season. Austin Corbett missed 12 games, Chandler Zavala struggled, and Taylor Moton faced his first significant injury stint. Yet somehow, the unit managed to hold up better than expected. This offseason, the line looks not only healthier, but more defined. Brady Christensen is now firmly placed at tackle instead of being shuffled between roles. Cade Mays and Corbett are locked in a high-stakes competition at center, each pushing the other and providing depth that past seasons sorely lacked. This line isn't just aiming to survive, it's aiming to dominate. That stability up front is critical because it shifts the pressure squarely onto quarterback Bryce Young. Last season offered him little support, unstable protection, rotating receivers, and a constantly shifting offensive scheme. Now, with a reinforced front and a system designed around him, the excuses are gone. Everything the Panthers have done this offseason has pointed toward one truth. Bryce Young is their future, and they're building around him accordingly. Andy Dalton remains in the locker room, but not as a challenger. His role is mentor, steadying the ship while the Panthers place their full bet on Young. But this season, flashes of brilliance won't be enough. They need command. They need consistency. And above all, they need leadership. If Young is truly the quarterback this franchise hopes he can be, that has to show now. Not in 2 years, not in 5 games. Now, of course, a quarterback is only as good as the weapons around him. That's where the Panthers' wide receiver room enters the conversation. A group that's rapidly becoming the most competitive and volatile in years. The addition of first-round pick Teteroa McMillan instantly changed the dynamic. He's not being groomed slowly, he's being prepped to contribute immediately. Xavier Legette and Jalen Coker are also pushing hard, making a strong case to be foundational parts of the passing attack. Beyond those names, the situation becomes far less certain. Veterans like Hunter Renfrow are trying to prove they still have it, especially after a quiet stretch since his Pro Bowl season in 2021. Meanwhile, David Moore showed flashes last year, but now faces stiff competition from younger players eager to leapfrog him. Jimmy Horn Jr. has struggled with injuries, and athletes like Jacoby George and Kobe Hudson may have upside, but lack experience and special teams value. The wideout competition is ruthless. Earning a spot isn't just about route running or hands, it's about impact, versatility, and availability. Yet wide receiver isn't the only position group under the microscope. Just as much pressure, if not more, is simmering within the defensive trenches. And at the center of it all is Derek Brown, the anchor of Carolina's defense. His injury in Week 1 last year, an early season torn meniscus, completely derailed the Panthers' run defense. Without him, Carolina gave up more rushing yards than any season in franchise history. But now he's back, and the team isn't just crossing fingers for his health, they've built protection around him. What makes this year different is the insurance behind him. Carolina didn't just hope for a healthy Brown, they prepared for contingencies. They brought in Bobby Brown III and Tershawn Wharton, to solidify the rotation and selected Cam Jackson in the draft. Shai Tuttle has also been reassigned to a more sustainable role. This added depth gives Carolina's defensive line something it hasn't had in years: resilience. Brown can now do what he does best: anchor the middle without carrying the entire load himself. With that support, and with his health trending upward, the Panthers' defense may finally return to form. Derek Brown stands at the center of Carolina's defensive line, carrying the weight of expectations after last season's early ending. His Week 1 meniscus tear didn't just remove a player from the field, it dismantled the run game, exposing gaps the Panthers had never faced before. But now, Brown's return brings renewed opportunity. This time, he's not alone. Carolina has methodically fortified the line with veteran depth and strategic draft picks, ensuring the interior isn't reliant on one player's health. Bobby Brown III and Tershawn Wharton are newcomers selected precisely for moments like this. Their ability to rotate and apply pressure provides both insurance and impact. Brown's presence now has support, an interior partnership that balances power and flexibility. Cam Jackson, a defensive tackle drafted from Florida, adds youth and potential. His burst and quickness in the early stages of camp have earned attention. Even Shai Tuttle, who struggled last year with injuries, has been repositioned into more manageable duties, allowing him to play to his strengths while avoiding overload. For the first time in several seasons, Carolina's interior boasts quantity and quality, a depth chart built to withstand injuries and maintain pressure. Yet Brown isn't the only narrative driving the defensive story. An incoming wave of rookies is staking claims across multiple positions, and they're doing it with palpable confidence. Edge rushers Nick Scorton and Princely Umanmielen showcased first-round draft day hype through their demeanors and physical play at minicamp. Coaches and veterans have noted their off-the-field discipline matches their on-field intensity. This isn't a delayed development. They're prepared to compete immediately, bringing athleticism and purpose to every drill and film session. Rookie safety Lathan Ransom, picked in the 4th round, is also making early strides. His range, hit power, and situational awareness have drawn praise. In a secondary that needs consistency, his emergence offers a stabilizing force. But rookies across the roster, whether on defense or offense, know that talent alone isn't enough. Carolina's roster carries from the trenches up to the skill positions an ongoing pressure test. Earn your spot with performance, not pedigree. That philosophy is strongest in special teams, the unforgiving third phase of football, where roster decisions are often finalized. Dave Canales has repeatedly emphasized that players not contributing on offense or defense must stand out on coverage or return units to stay in contention. It's a high-stakes pitch to the bubble players, Jacoby George, Kobe Hudson, David Moore, Jimmy Horn Jr., to prove their value with versatility and grit, not just potential. This addition of accountability across all layers, starters, backups, rookies, special teamers, is purpose-built to shift culture. Every player is evaluated on whether they can deliver now, and that work mentality filters up. Veterans are responding to the same message, intensifying every rep. The energy isn't fabricated, it's contagious. Training camp is set up to be a reality check. Unlike past years, where success was gauged by flashes of speed or sound bites, 2025 will be measured by sustained consistency under pressure. Can players handle late-game situations, special teams grind, and positional fights without faltering? Can they perform gap control duties up front, rotate defensively against power runs, or execute mid-route adjustments? Can they win a 50-50 ball or force a turnover? And for Bryce Young, the message is clearer than ever. This season demands command. The offensive line's improved health and positioning give him the chance to operate without panic. His weaponry now includes a crowded, hungry wide receiver room. Some veterans fighting to maintain grip, others rookies chasing impact. It's a competitive ecosystem that can elevate his game or expose hesitation. Should the protection hold and the passing game click, Bryce's progress will accelerate. If not, Carolina's front office has signaled they won't be shy about holding him accountable. Carolina isn't just rebuilding, it's rebooting. And the difference shows in the guts of the roster. Nobody is penciled in. Everyone must earn their place. The rise of competition, depth, and accountability appears to be the real story. If that translates onto the field, this season won't just be about wins and losses. It'll be a declaration that the Panthers have returned.